seconds of your video. Now that we've gotten the click, we have a great idea, great thumbnail, and we've gotten the click, you're taking the viewer down a journey, and the next step is the hook. How do we reel the viewer in the first 30 seconds? And the first 30 seconds really is where there's the biggest drop off. So let's talk about the hook. So hundreds of YouTubers send me their scripts asking me to review them. And there's one common problem that I see in their scripts. It's that their hook sucks. The hook is the most important. Just define terms here, right? The hook is the very first line that you say in your script to reel the viewer in. And really, you have less than 30 seconds before the viewer decides to watch the rest of the video or continue watching all the way to the end. And for YouTube specifically, the first 30 seconds is most important. For Instagram, TikTok, right, it's the first frame or like the first 2 seconds, okay? For YouTube, it's the first 30 seconds. Why is there such a bigger tolerance for 30 seconds? It's because when people go on the YouTube homepage, they choose a video, they intentionally choose which video to click, and so they have actively made a decision to watch your video, so they have a higher tolerance. And that means you have to hold attention for longer, right? So that's why 30 seconds. But the average attention span is absolutely cooked. We're at 8 seconds today, less than a literal goldfish. So you have to keep in mind you have to hook them. So the job of the hook is to do two things, right? It's a little bit more complex because it's long form content, it's 30 seconds. But number one, you have to validate the click on the video. If in the very first frame, your title and thumbnail, right, it's like, oh, like full script writing course. And then in the first line, what do I say? In this video, this will be a full script writing course. Or number two, you can create intrigue. And number two, you need to create intrigue so that they want to watch the rest of the video. They have to watch the rest of the video, okay? So and if you nail the hook the first 30 seconds, you have upwards of 70 to 80% of retention. And that's really good. Imagine if this 70% was 50%, so the graph looked like this. You would have lost 50% of the viewers compared to 70%, right? It means you lose only 30% versus you lose 50%. That's a big percentage difference. I'm not that good at math, but that's a big percentage difference, okay? So strong hooks equals better retention equals a better higher average view duration. So we need strong hooks, okay? So hooks reel the viewer in, and every hook needs the following elements, okay? Get out your phone, take some pictures. Number one is to be clear. You need to be clear in your writing. Number two, you need to avoid jargon. And number three, you need to engage the viewer directly. So be clear. You guys are gonna laugh, but many of you guys have this in your scripts, right? You guys say, an example of an unclear hook is that digital products can make you a lot of money, right? A lot of money, there's no specific dollar amount, and it's just super duper broad, right? Or if you have a lot of jargon, means there's a lot of industry specific words, right? Something like, oh, you need thousands of sales to make profit, right? That's an example of having no jargon. So you want to eliminate all jargon. Or if you're like, hey, your profit is gonna rely on A/B testing scales, CTR and more, that's an example of jargon, right? That's stuff that not everyone will understand. Not everyone knows what A/B testing is. Not everyone knows what CTR is. So you need to make it dead simple and dead clear for the viewer. This is copywriting 101. Okay, and number three, you need to engage the viewer directly. You need to get good at ads if you want to succeed, if you want to see your business succeed, right? You engage the viewer directly in the hook, okay? But if you say, oh, people need to get good at ads, super broad, unclear, not specific, no bueno. Okay, so I've seen hundreds of business owners repeat these mistakes, right? It's these three things: avoid jargon, avoid over-explaining, and avoid excessive credentials. So let's go over a couple examples, okay? There's a big chunk of text here. The only thing separating you from success as a coach is a killer strategy. I'm about to teach you one that can optimize your client acquisition funnel and scale your MRR to $100,000 in 30 days. And after X years helping coaches convert more prospects and improve their LTV metrics, I've seen hundreds of mistakes being repeated over and over again: poor ROAS, inefficient pipelines, and churn clients that kill scalability. What's the mistake here? Jargon. You guys don't need me to tell you that, okay? Jargon. Remove. Ma'am, the only thing separating you from success as a coach is a killer strategy. And I'm about to teach you one that can make you $100,000 in 30 days. Shorter and cleaner. After X years helping coaches close more clients, I've seen hundreds of mistakes being repeated over and over again. Bad offers, sales funnels that go nowhere, and clients that leave after a month. So then that's the pain point, right? Relating to the viewer. What about this? I made 7,400 barber videos to crack going viral. I spent countless hours researching, testing, editing, and analyzing trends, hashtags, and engagement metrics just to figure out what works. If you follow these tips, you could go from having nobody watch your content to having thousands and millions of views and followers. Once you understand how to create high-quality short-form content, you'll be able to build a dedicated audience who will be throwing likes, shares, and comments under every video you post. What's the problem here? It's not pretty good, okay? You're over-explaining, right? What if you just cut all of this? This is like the wrong parts, right? It looks good, but if you just say, I made 7,400 barber videos to crack going viral, and if you follow these tips, you could go from having nobody watching your content to having thousands and millions of views and followers. You can see I had 2 paragraphs for that, and I've just condensed all of that, right, into like literally one sentence. So it's a lot simpler and it's a lot easier to follow. You have to make your content clear and concise and not over-explain. Remove all of the jargon. Your content will be banger. This is just the hook, okay?